BN3 and the 9908 are both E units. They're E9As, meaning that they have control cabs. They were both built in 1956 by the Electromotive Division of General Motors right here in LaGrange, Illinois. The BN3 was a part of the Burlington Northern Executive Train, and as such, it had gotten repainted but not rebuilt on the inside by the West Burlington shops when they created the executive train. The 9908 was originally a Burlington Northern locomotive that ran on the Aurora commuter service, and as such, it then got sold to Maryland Mark, the commuter agency out of Baltimore, Maryland. The Maryland Mark commuter agency then donated it to the Illinois Railway Museum, and this is the first year that the 9908 has been operated with both prime movers working on this locomotive. These locomotives have two engines in there that generate the electricity for the traction motors that make the wheels go around. And the 9908 had been given to us several years ago, but only one prime mover was operable. And now, through the efforts of the fellows in the diesel department, both prime movers are operable on this unit. The train that it's pulling is some of the heavyweight cars here at the Illinois Railway Museum. The first car behind it is the Burlington RPO 1923. This car was used back in June for our demonstration mail pickup when we had retired railway post office clerks coming to the museum and demonstrating their craft. There are other cars on this train, all heavyweight cars, and as you notice, it's about a 7-car train with the Inglehome on the back end, an open platform observation car. This train will be in service after the parade. Be sure to take a look at it when she pulls into the station. The engineer on the BN3 and the 9908 is Jim West, and Jim is the fellow who got the 9908 running and the shepherd of it. So kids, hold your ears now. Hold your ears, kids. Jim's going to give us a blast on the horns. He knows he's got quite a few of them up there. And passing review. In review, we just want to remind folks that Thomas is coming to the Illinois Railway Museum this year. Thomas is going to be visiting the museum on August 13th, 14th, and 15th, and the 21st and 22nd. And folks, if you want to... into the reviewing area on station track 2 now is the 1518 is a very distinctive locomotive because it was also a demonstrator type locomotive. This is an SD7 class that was built by the Electromotive Division of General Motors in 1952. As I mentioned, demonstrators were locomotives that were built by the locomotive builders and sent out to the various railroads to try them out and see if they couldn't get them to buy these engines. This locomotive originally demonstrated on the Duluth Wasabi and Iron Range Railroad. So when it was in demonstrator colors, it was actually in a maroon, yellow, and gold color scheme. After its demonstration tour, it was purchased by the Southern Pacific Railroad and assigned out in the Los Angeles area. The engineer on the 1518 today is Jerry Saunders. Jerry's a longtime volunteer here at the museum. He's also the head of the motor bus department, as well as being a diesel locomotive engineer. So kids, cover your ears now, because Jerry's going to be moving on in review. And Jerry, give us a blast on the horns and pass in review. While we're waiting for the next entrance in the parade, just want to remind folks that Thomas is coming, and if you want to save some money on Thomas tickets, stop in the office today and purchase them here while you're at the museum. You can save the service charge. The service charge, if you buy them on the computer, is $3.50 per ticket, so you can save a couple of bucks by shopping here today at the museum. And speaking about shopping, don't forget our refreshment stand is open. And the refreshment stand is ready to serve you the delicious hamburgers and hot dogs and bratwurst that are featured here at the museum. Pulling up into the reviewing area now is a very distinctive combination of locomotives, the Atchison, Topeka, and Santa Fe 92, and the Wisconsin Central 7525. Both of these locomotives were built by the Electromotive Division of General Motors. The 92 was built in 1967, and the 7525 was built in 1971, both built right here in LaGrange, Illinois. The 92 is the last order of locomotives by the Santa Fe for passenger service. So as such, this was a very fast locomotive that had higher gearing in it for their passenger service. The Santa Fe had ordered 10 of these engines. They're classified as FP45s. They were very fast locomotives. This locomotive was donated to the museum by the Burlington Northern Railroad, Burlington Northern Santa Fe, and the 7525 was also donated to the museum by the Wisconsin Central Railroad. The 7525 was painted up in the Operation Lifesaver paint scheme. And folks, we just want to remind you that anytime you're near tracks, look for trains both ways. Try to stay clear of the tracks. Operation Lifesaver is a program by the railroads to preach railroad safety to the public. And we also obviously endorse that too here at the museum. The engineer on the 92 and the 7525 combination is Ray Wirt. Ray is also a railroad professional, so kids, cover your ears. Ray's a horn collector, and I bet you he's got a loud one up there on the 92. So kids, cover your ears now, and Ray's going to blow a horn and pass in review. This is what's known as a transfer caboose. And this caboose worked all of its life in the Chicagoland area, where they used to transfer different trains that they interchange with other carriers.